Morning everyone, so we're going to start with our first lesson on ratio by Dr. Frost Maths, okay, the original. So we've got 3 lessons. First lesson will be on simplifying ratios and solving problems where one amount or total is given. So for a lot of you it will be quite easy. So obviously it starts with saying, it's like you've got a class and it's asking you to all stand up. Obviously there's no point in you doing that because you're just by yourselves. So what would you expect to get if you just had a class? So say you've got 18 people like in red, 12 people like in blue. So what does this actually mean? Well, if we had it as a percentage, it would actually mean that you've got 60% and 40% and a ratio of 3 to 2. So we'd have actually simplified. The ratio of people who choose red to blue is 3 to 2. So what does it actually mean? It means that for each 3 people who choose red, 2 people choose blue. So this is why you can actually multiply or divide in order to actually get an equivalent ratio. So 10 and 5, how could I simplify that? Well, I could divide everything by 2, so therefore I would get, divide everything by 5, so therefore I would actually get 2 and 1. 12 and 18, I can divide everything by 6. 14, 21, 28, I could divide everything by 7. Okay, so exactly the same way for the other ones. Now, splitting amounts to a given ratio. There's a ratio of muffin to cupcakes in a sale is 3 to 1. There's 20 cakes in total. How many muffins are there? So you can do it in 2 different ways. So method 1, identify the 1 part. So you got 4 parts is 20. So 1 part will actually be 5. And therefore that means, so as I said, this means that 1 part is 5, 3 parts is 15. So there's 15 cupcakes. The other method, the scaling out method, is for each 3 muffins we have 1 cupcake, so that's a total of 4 cakes. We want 20 cakes, so we have 5 lots of things. Same again, GCSE question, you've got 5, 9 and 6. The total is 56, so pause it. And here's the answers, they both give you 24. Continue, deathmatch of monkeys versus squirrels. As monkeys outnumber the squirrels by a ratio of 5 to 2. There's 35 monkeys, okay, so you know there's 35 monkeys. Same again. So you get 14 squirrels and 14 squirrels. So again, so Alice and Bob, 7 and 4. Ali, so she's 12 more than Bob. So that 3 parts extra that she receives is the actual £12. So this is how you would actually go along in order to solve this question. So this is how I would do it. 7 and 4. The 3 boxes are 12, 1 box is the 4. So nice and clearly 44 and 44. So the total is 28 plus 16. Obviously it's 44 in total. So a bit of a trickier question for us. The ratio of 1 to 3. So it's harder questions, okay, so you've got 1, 2, 3. So the way I want you to be thinking is that for 1 red ball, for every 1 red ball, you get 3 yellow ones. So this is why the actually answer is 1x equals 1/3 of y. In a similar way as to yx is 3/5 of y. So the one underneath is a bit more interesting one. So if you read it, it says the number of yellow balls is twice the number of red balls. So number of yellow is twice the red. Number of green is 4 times the yellow. So that's why I've got 2r, 4y, and y. So the question is asking for the right ratio, red, yellow, green. So red, yellow, green. So red is half of yellow. Yellow, obviously, is yellow. And green is 4 yellow. So adding on fractions when it comes to ratio. So if I multiply everything by 2, I get 1 yellow, 2 yellow, and 8 yellow. So therefore the ratio is simply 1 to 2 to 8. So what I would like you to do now is try these questions. I've also emailed you this worksheet, or you can simply work it through the PowerPoint. And we're going to mark these questions. So as you can actually see, there's 17 questions there. So the answers are there for us. And for the next 7 questions, the answers again. There we go.